Please give it up for the very funny Mike Yarnall! One more time!
All right, thank you so much. He actually mispronounced my name, though. It's Mike Akumakati from Nigeria, from northern Nigeria. But I'm 62 years old, and thank you. I know what you're thinking. He's obviously had a lot of work done, but I haven't. It's natural. Been married for 24 years now, and I'm married up. I outkicked my coverage. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm 62 and I've been married for 24 years. So do the math. I'm married late in life. And I think that's how you marry up as a man, because you got that biological clock to help you out. Like, I think my wife, like, she had these visions of marrying, like, the knight in shining armor, and she eventually just got, like, a sperm donor that might take the trash out. and I kind of have a theory of the way it happens. It's like, you ever been coming to town and you're just like starving and there's no restaurants open, you can't get into anywhere, you're like, I just gotta eat something, I eat something now, and you turn and look and go, bing, Carl's Jr. I'm her Carl's Jr. I wake up every morning and I go, I'm sorry. And she's like, well, it was late. You were open. There wasn't a line. And we've been married 24 years. We've got 2 daughters, one that is 23 and one that is 21, and they are so fucking scary to me. As there's been this like weird change that happened, because like for years, my wife would always, that was her thing. She'd go, like, wait till your father comes home. And they go, ah! And now she goes, hey, the girls are coming over this week. And I'm like, ah! Like the judgments, like they become very judgy of you as a parent. Like one of my daughters is a environmentalist and one is a psychologist. Yeah, damn. Try throwing trash away in front of an environmentalist. I stand in front of a trash can for like 15 minutes with my 62-year-old mouth just dangled open going, I'm gonna die if I pick the wrong one. And then of course the psychologist is over there going, well, the old man standing in front of a trash can for 15 minutes with an empty yogurt container. But it's not their fault. I mean, they grew up in a different time and a different life. I mean, when they were younger, they were so sweet, and then they had that period of time where it kind of all changes. And I was listening to the politics recently, and Donald Trump said that when there's people that they take your child in the morning and they're one sex, and at the end of the day they're a different sex. I'm like, why didn't I know about this program? I'd have signed up for that shit when puberty hit in a second. I'd have been, hey, girls, you might not want to wear a skirt to school today. I'd go with Dockers. But it's not their fault. Their life's different. Like, they had their own bathroom, and they had, if you go in there, they had 13 bottles of like shampoo and conditioner and foot scrub and face scrub. And man, when I grew up, there was 4 of us sharing one bathroom. And we had 1 bottle of shampoo and 1 bar of soap. And every morning we had the same order when we took a shower. So that means for 18 years, that bar of soap went directly from my dad's balls to my face. And I gotta tell you, there's nothing more embarrassing being a 13-year-old boy going, cool, I'm growing a mustache. Nope, no. Oh, stop. You just heard it. You didn't live it. living it was the nightmare. But their life's a little different. I've just retired at 62, retired early. Oh, it's fantastic. I've got goals though. I'm trying to lived up to as lazy as my wife always thought I was. And my wife's very methodical. So, and there's an Excel spreadsheet for everything. So she came up to me one day and she's like, okay, I was doing the math and we can financially live comfortable for the rest of our life if you retire now. I'm like, awesome. She goes, if you die Tuesday. So I started doing the math too, and I'm like, hey, I actually crunch numbers a little differently, and I could live comfortably for 30 more years if you die Tuesday. So I got that going on. But it's weird. All these comics, by the way, this is open mic. There's a lot of comics that haven't done this before. Be real supportive of them. It takes a lot of balls to come out there. I mean, not a 62-year-old, because I don't give a fuck if you laugh or not. 62 is like having a face tattoo. You obviously have completely out of fucks to give. But I try to stay young, right? And I get to know these guys. It's so funny to me, because after shows, they're like, always want to take pictures, and they're all going like, and I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm like, the other day, I just kind of like try to be cool. I just went, and I inadvertently joined a gang, which sucks because evidently I'm supposed to kill some dude named Dre. And that sucks for me and Dre because I don't know a lot about street cred, but probably getting shot by a 62-year-old white guy with one arm that shakes a lot is probably not good. And it sucks for me too because, like, I have a tea time Saturday. I had to call my friend Gary. I'm like, Gary, bad news. Like, I can't golf. And he's like, why? And I'm like, I gotta kill Dre. And he's like, can't you get somebody? I'm like, it's probably easier for you to find a fourth in golf than for me find another assassin, but I'll make some calls. And he's like, well, what do you do? And I'm like, I'm a soldier, Gary. I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting when you get to this point in life. We've been traveling a little bit, and we went to England. And I learned something over in England, and that is England has the least intimidating black guys on the planet. I really do. Like, if there's a shit going down, as an old white guy, I pull out my wallet and start organizing my dollars to make it easier for the guy that's gonna rob me. Big bills on the outside, small bills on the inside. So we were in London, and we're in the underground, and I'm sorry, their subway, they gotta call it the underground because they're English. And some shit started to go down, right? And these two brothers came up, and the one said to the other guy, Roy, I'll give you a fucking pounding. I took my money back out and I started messing it up. And it's just the way they say motherfucker. It was laughable. Like, I come here, when you're here and a brother says motherfucker, it's serious. It's on. When they were like going, motherfucker. Like a soft R. It's like Mary Poppins is yelling at you. There's one more thing I wanted to go over, and I'm 62, so I cannot remember what it was, but it was, I'm gonna need a second, and I can't remember what it was. So, anything you guys want to talk about? What's that? My marriage? What about my marriage? Well, I'll tell you what's fantastic is we became empty nesters about 3 years ago. That anybody with like teenage kind of kids, oh, it's the best. It's the best. Like the day they moved out, I like took them to the door. I'm like, hey, you know, good luck in college. You know, your Uber's here. I mean, I'm going to college, not Afghanistan. And so the minute I close the door, I swear to God, there's like butterflies that go into the ceiling. Things start smelling better. And there's sex in every room of the house. And then your wife comes home and ruins it. I'm going to exit on that. Thank you so much.